Oh, sir.
Yes, indeed. It's time for the show. All I need is for young camera foe to do what you're supposed to do. But you're not. You're not. You never are. You're like a puppy that just doesn't listen. There she is. And then she does what you tell her to do, and you're happier about life. Yay, 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 yay. Oh, man. I finished Ultimatum yesterday. Not exactly the show I envisioned myself watching, nor being as interested in, but I was. And not for its raunchy reality TV nonsense, although I was very disappointed that the black lady smacked her man, mushed him in the face in the first half of episode 1. Very disappointing, but it was a good it was interesting. It was a whole lot more relationship dynamics and what the expectation people have for themselves, for others, for marriage, for love, for timelines, for how American society, and I mean North American society, but specifically how American society and culture and marriage and how that's all intertwined. So as much as it was some cheesy nonsense and it was hilarious, it was a pretty interesting perspective on just like how people are going about relationships nowadays and what that looks like and how it's being navigated and what's important. And yeah, it was good. It was really good. And no, I did not watch it alone. How dare you imagine such a foolish thing? Wait. That means it's time to go. That means it's time to go. Hear ye, for art thou. It is time for MiSuNDERStoOd to Terrence Taylor. I'm here. This is Terrence Talks Too Much, International Speaking and Coaching, Day 31, 1:45 p.m. I'm here. It's time for action. Yeah. That's my introduction from now on. The clapper is the introduction. There is no more clap introduction and then episode introduction, because what's the point? Why? If I'm going to keep the clap in the show, then the clap is the show. Yay. Hi. Welcome. I'm giddy. I was not this 5 minutes ago. I was in a bit of a zombie mode, but it's showtime. I'm here. I'm happy. It's the 31st day. This is the last day of the month. Yay. Yay, 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 yay. That's the only topic I have for you for today, is celebrating our 31st day, because it's a beautiful thing. It's an exciting day. And we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate together. We're going to appreciate this day together. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed we are. But hold it. Pump those brakes, because you know what we got to do. Get your brooms out, baby. It's time for some housekeeping today. Because there's only one actual topic, I kind of went a bit ham on the housekeeping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 units of cleanliness that will be facilitated today. First, you'll see this here table. This camera 4 is fucking off, so I don't really care what she's doing today. I will get to that. This table moved, as you can see. It's I split the difference. Yesterday, I moved it up a bit. Too much. Now I brought it back a little bit. And this is a bit better. I didn't like how camera 2, which is the mainly just the chair, I will show it to you now, how close it felt. I had it zoomed in a bit too much, and I lost like this beautiful handcraftedness of the chair and too much of the armrest. So I also took that. There's a little piece of a machinery. It's about 2-3 inches in height, and there's also another piece of equipment on top of the there's 2 cameras right in front of me, and there's maybe about 8 inches between them, with this other doohickey was almost a foot in between them, which was creating a bit of showing too much of the bottom, not getting enough of the top. So I brought the angle down a bit more so I could get more headroom, less floor. Had to change camera 3, so now we've got Lil Wayne in the corner. It was Drake, and then it was Muhammad Ali's ass kicking. And so now we got Wheezy F, baby. So, yeah, come the 30th day, of course, camera 4 is doing what she does the best, but camera 1 and camera 2, I think I found what feels right. And obviously I will still change it, but yeah, the table's moved around. I don't think this table is going to move though. I don't think I can move it any further. Man. Because the more I move the table further, the more I have to move the chair forward. And the more I move the chair forward, the more I actually cover these visuals on the side. So YG, My Crazy Life, is supposed to be right here. Well, it is here, but in previous episodes, you'll see him. You can't see him anymore. Doggy Style was just right here. So yeah, it's just continuing to play around a bit with just what this looks like and how it's still coming together. But I'm happy. I'm very much happy about it. I have a Canada Post update for you. And I wrote this in my notes because yesterday I misspoke. I noticed I've been doing that a bit. Just wanting to say something and not thinking it through, knowing what I need to say, but just not delivering the words appropriately. My words coming out faster than my thoughts are being. It's just, I gotta just dial it back. And so when I was talking about the issue with the whole Canada Post shipping thing, clearly printing shipping labels and sending them is not fucking news. I've never gone about the process in that way. And it wasn't that it was different. It was that it was very poorly explained. Well, actually, it wasn't explained at all. The process of how to get the shipping component of this completed was explained 0%. So, and I just sounded like a whiny bitch complaining about having to do something new, and I just didn't make my point wasn't clear because I didn't include all the information. So yeah, it wasn't that it was just me being sookie, and bitch is just a very general word. Please, women, do not take offense. It's not directed at any one of the woman or the female component of life in any specific magnitude whatsoever. It's just a great word to say. It just we just gotta make that clear. Do we? Yeah, we do. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. So once I realized that I had done it incorrectly, and what it was I actually had to do, I had to call Canada Post. I had to get them to switch some things over. I had to log in, I had to make a new account, go into the new account, send the create. You cannot create shipping pickups if you don't have a business account. So it's just like versus you just paying somebody and them shipping it and them dealing with it versus every customer having to now have its own shipping setup. I don't know. It ain't my business. So all I have to do is deal with it. I did. And hopefully the person will be there at noon today, as the internet has told me. And that'll resolve that. So camera 4 again is my fave, and the slide module that I told you about, I've just been tired and dealing with a lot, and it just hasn't been top of mind. And I also know the process of getting that fix is just going to take way too long. I was almost considered not using camera 4 at all. The way it's running today is affirming that thought for me, that I do not think I will be using camera 4 anymore. I've tried a few ways to make it do something, and I just don't know if the time that it's taking me to set it up and the time it's taking me to edit with a 4th shot is really worth what I'm getting out of this camera right now. The answer is no, and I'm gonna take a break from using camera 4, and we're going to run with just these 3. It's going to save me a lot of time and peace and stress. And in the meantime, I really do need the slide module. I need the slider to go. This up and down pan shit is cool as like the most temporary thing, but it's not the shot I want, and it's not the purpose of this entire setup. So I will hopefully hear from Edelkrone today and set up some form of sending that thing in for repair. And maybe in a month or so, we'll have it back, which fucking sucks. Which I also had mentioned previously, I might have to buy another slide module to have 2. So I just don't want to do that, but I'm going to have to. And yeah, this camera is special, and it adds to what is not standard. And that's why I'm so fucking annoyed by it, and I'm so persistent with it, because it's part of my 3%. Why does what you do, how's it different? Well, that camera, that's just an easy 1. Black and white, that's 2. But that matters. So keep just kind of shrugging it off, but I need to not, and I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to deal with it, and it's going to be dealt with, and I'll let you know how that goes as soon as I have something more positive to tell you. But yeah, sorry. Say see you, Nora. See you, Nora. Sayonara. See you later. Alligator. In a while. Crocodile. Man, back to misspeaking. I've noticed I've just little things that, and this is why I need to stay on top of the editing and not getting behind. I just edited this morning. I just completed 30. 29. So now I have yesterday and today. That's what's in front of me. So I've caught up, and I realized that I've been saying episodes 20 to 24. In fact, the Monday morning website incident was the 21st. So if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, you might have caught on if you're an avid listener. But yeah, I just have to just take a bit more time to write things down properly, and just sometimes we just be in it and going, and there's really no rush. There's really no rush, and there's really no reason to get something like the episode number incorrect. That's kind of just lazy and ill prepared. So just gotta be a bit more mindful. And now when you're wondering what I'm talking about, I mean 21 to 24 and not 20 to 24. I have shirts and merch and things that I want to wear. I had a bit of a wardrobe issue today. There's a sweater I wanted to wear. It's a little snug around the shoulders. It was purchased 4 years ago. And it's not something that I can just wear on its own. You got to put more things on it. And layers are very important. Layers are beautiful. I love layers. We're getting to fall, so that's great. The concern is heat and being in this hot ass room. As it gets in this room gets fucking cold in the winter. So I'm not concerned in the winter time, but in the dead of summer, wearing a hoodie and a jacket is just not really ideal. But for visual purposes, it looks better. The problem is you cannot see my lower half of my body. So my outfit diversity is very much predicated on what I can do from the waist up. You can see that I have pants on, but you don't see how far down they go, if they're shorts, if they're cuffed, if they're open flappy. You don't see the socks that I got on. You don't see the shoes that I got on. In fact, I have no shoes or socks on right now. And that just sucks because the style and wardrobe and presentation are really important and fun in this space to put on something cool and feel good and turn on the cameras and get to it. Like that part is great, but it's kind of annoying when you can't really show off your full wardrobeal arsenal. I don't know how that gets done. The only way I could see is if there was a smaller table and the table had the ability to clip this microphone to, which now actually kind of sounds like a pretty good idea. Even about that size, it doesn't have to be big. It could be like significantly smaller. But yeah, because my whole half of the bottom half of me is covered, I got to get my top shit off, which means I can't wear just a shirt, just a t-shirt, just a sweater that don't really fit. If it's a big logo and I got the sweater on that don't really fit and I put something on over top of it, then what is that? I had a black jacket on over a sweater earlier and it just didn't, like, you can only see 2.5 of the big change letters across the front. So that's where the big logo gets annoying, because if I wear something over top of it and I cover it up. So I've been thinking about my layer game, how to get my layer game up, I actually now might have an idea about what to do with this bottom half scenario, but I like this table. I feel like it's fitting. So I don't know. This is actually not about a table. This is about layers. And, but yeah, I gotta come with a few more things. That's why the hats, the scarves, the diversified hairdos, the ups, the downs, the ponies, the twists, the braid, the whatevers. I got to get a bit more. Hood up, hood down, hood tied around, bow on the hood, strings down. Yeah. So, yeah. We're going to think about how to do a bit more in the wardrobe department. That'll be great once this fucking merchandise gets here. We'll have plenty to wear. Maybe we have like a style page. Ooh, caught me. I fucking caught myself. Damn it. I've been very, 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 very conscious about saying the word like today. And I just said it right before, and that was literally the next item on housekeeping. I don't know why. In these last few edits, I've been saying the word like a fucking lot. Like, it's like, or like with a kinda after. What are you doing? It's so small, but it's so loud when it's so unnecessary and you're hearing yourself say it over and over and over and over again. It's just absurd. So it's a feedback point. It's a comment. It's a critique. And I'm doing my best today specifically to be mindful of it. Anytime I notice something and I write it down and I stick to it, I notice a change. And the great speakers and orators and presenters don't have likes and ums all through their shit. And not that it's inappropriate or it's wrong or it's bad, but there's a better way to, sometimes it's not necessary. Sometimes you need to just be quiet or let the silence exist. It's a one-person show. The silence is okay. I was watching Stephen A. today, like, see? I was watching Stephen A. today, and he just let it breathe when it needed to breathe. So these extra words that are unnecessary, I'm doing my best to be mindful of them. They're things we do in regular speech, so you don't have to have a show and be talking to people every day to be mindful of the extra unnecessary, indecisive words that we add to the ways that we say the things that we say. So put that in your back pocket. Have a blast. That was housekeeping for day 31. Day 31, which means 1 month of kicking ass, boy. Round of applause to me. Yes, indeed. Very proud of myself. Very, very proud of myself. Very happy. Very happy to get here. I am slightly manifesting this celebration because, like I mentioned yesterday, there's so much so far to go. And I'm not even finished in terms of where I'm at in this process, but it's a 75% of the way celebration. And it's momentum, it's energy, it's excitement to propel through. I'm about to fix that. To run through the tape, get through the finish line, do what needs to be done, make it happen. I'm proud of how critical I've been of myself because I've done it in a kind way. I could really shit on myself for some of the things that I've done and the mistakes that I've made. It doesn't really benefit me to be harsh and cruel and mean to myself for doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be making mistakes during this process. That's the point. Write them down, reassess, jump back in. It's why I'm glad now to be same day. Like I'm going to finish 30 this afternoon, and then tomorrow I'll be with my 1 and 2 edit. I'll be editing tomorrow. And I've really, really I love that we started, had a few in, and then did 3 at a time, and then went day by day, and then stopped editing for a week and let a bunch stockpile, and then had to go through that, and then had a bunch to choose from, and then to kind of choose where to pick, and then coming up with a system to catch up and realize, oh no, I'd rather say something and be wrong, review it that day or the next day, and then be able to come back and say, oh, Golden Bakery, for example, like, no, to get the ethnicity and the geographical location of the people who run the business. Like, yeah, that's important. You probably should not get that wrong. So to be able to quickly come back and edit or update that mistake is important. So I love how many different instances and different opportunities I gave myself to try and do the same thing differently, come up with a different answer, come up with a better process, a better solution, a better way of execution. Like all that is at the core, the ethos of this whole plan, this whole put your head down, repetitions. I could hear myself on the first couple of days, like trying to motivate myself to, all right, yeah, you just got to sit down and do it. You just got to sit down and do it. You just got to sit down and do it. And now, why would I do anything other than come down here, sit down and do it? I almost just said, why would I do anything but like come down here and sit? Like, I'm here. I'm here. It's so good. It's so good to do it and not be afraid of it or afraid of the work. That's the whole point. This moment is living proof of why you show up and do the work. You just have to. You just have to. In my mind, I'm able to see the thought that I have, and whether I speak on it immediately or I can acknowledge it, park it there, and come back to it 30 seconds later. I was unable to do that day 5, day 15, day 25. But now I'm becoming more mindful of how do I get an idea, stay on track, and find a way to still bring that idea in. Or, you know what, in my topic, I need to have 3 segments. Yesterday or the day before, though 29 or 30 was the first day. I had one. I was doing the edit. I had one topic, and it was like 25 minutes left, and I was like, "Yo, what happened?" But it was because I was able to skipping. It was 29. Time changes feels, seeing self then, having grace / being cold. Like I was able to go through and structure my conversation, structure one topic in a way that was more clear, where I could talk about it for longer, but always have a means of keeping where I'm going and staying on track and tying it all together. That's a whole point, man. That's a whole point, to learn and to grow. So to see that, to feel that, to be experiencing that each and every day is a beautiful thing. To come up with a real proper plan, how to navigate through, like y'all just watched me come up with this whole scheme. There was topics before. There were like, I'm looking at the first of these cards. August 1st. No, that's the second. Oh, I didn't do one for the first. So there you go. I didn't even have one for the first. I got Nipsey August 2nd. Yeah. I got Nipsey Don't Sue, Pausing and Speaking, Cameras / Masterclass Inspiration, ET Hip Hop Mixtape, T Hat, Juicing Fluffy Boy. That's all this says. What the fuck does any of that even mean? To now be on to this side and to have a whole scheme, intro, housekeeping, topics, outro, to have a plan, to know within the topic to have this, and this, and like, come on, dog. This is the whole point of this. Y'all really watching. That's a beautiful thing, yo. At the end of the day, I'm here. My purpose in life, my gift is to be able to speak, to share stories, to use myself, my personality, my life experience to help other people learn how to explore themselves, communicate with themselves, communicate with others in a more positive way. That's it. That's why I'm here. And part of me helping people learn how to speak better to themselves and to speak better to other people is for me to go through the experience of doing things and talking to myself, talking out loud, speaking out loud, sharing my thoughts, going through the process, and then figuring out how to grow from that. That's why change is epic and important and at the center of all of this. Because yo, so many people are scared of growth. They're scared of making mistakes. They're scared of being wrong. They're scared of admitting that they're wrong. Like, yo, big dog, let me tell you something. If you've been watching this for the last 31 days, you have seen so much fucking failure, mistakes, incorrect decision making, fall on your faces. Get the fuck up, bruh. We not having none of that shit over here. The beauty is we can talk through and talk about and how we felt and what we did and what happened next of the whole process, bruh. I'm not keeping none of this shit from nobody. Yeah, there's personal things about me and my life that I'm not about to just give to anybody. But the truth is, yo, I'm not really holding a whole lot back. Like, this is it. This is me. This is what it looks like. Mad times I've been thinking, yo, am I really, like, I feel like some of this stuff I'm giving away like too much. But I am mindful of what's special needs to be kept closer. What of the magic sauce? What of the, the secret Kentucky Fried Chicken spices and whatever the shit is called, whatever that magic recipe is. Although I've given a lot of information, I don't feel like I really given away like the whole sauce. I think you see it if you're watching and you're observing and you're trying to catch on. You have eyes so you can see it. It's like the book, The Secret. Like, the book don't tell you what the secret is throughout the book, but it gives you enough insight and shows you enough about this and that where if you're paying attention, you get it. So that's this. I'm here to go through it, to figure it out, to do it wrong, to be okay with doing it wrong, to grow, to show that, yo, it's not really, sure, it's information, but it's mindset. A lot of us don't have the information, so I get it why we cannot make happen what we need to make happen. But even if we had the information, a lot of us don't have the right mindset to know what to do when we get that information. And when a challenge comes around, which they come in round the mountain all the time. So, cool, you got this info, but you ain't built mentally to be able to take what's coming with that. What does that look like? It's mental, man. And a lot of the mental is how we speak to ourselves, how our inner thoughts, our processing, our thinking, how we treat ourselves, how we care for us, what we say about us, what we say about us to ourselves, what we say about ourselves to other people, what we say to other people about ourselves without saying a motherfucking word. We got to be mindful of who we are, how we share who we are. And for me, it's, hey, bro, share it. Share your child, but be mindful of how. Share your stories about parenting, but be mindful how. You're going to have growth and challenges with this little boy's mother. All right, navigate that conversation in a healthy, respectful way. Because that's what matters. I could turn it up and talk wild, crazy, and get the clicks and the views up, but at the expense of what? No, bro. You got to find a way to articulate the things that people feel, but say them in a way that they maybe ain't hear it like that before. But we get it. I get it. I never had all of the fucking opportunities just here. Here, take them. Figured it out. I tried again. You see it. This 31 days is me being me, how I operate, what I'm doing, how I make shit happen, how I'm fucking ruthless and relentless and persistent and I'm not stopping, and I don't care. And if I'm hurt, fine. I'm hurt. Fine. I don't want to do it. Fine. I'm tired. Okay. And what the fuck is your point, bruh? You mean it? Are you about it? Are you bullshitting? Or is this what? So I'm glad to be doing this. I'm glad to be sharing it with y'all. I'm glad for you to see what I'm about. I believe, if anybody, you watch these 31 days and you find out about the referral program, it's gonna be fucking impossible for you not to fuck with it. This is a showcase of work ethic and character and personality. That's the other thing. My personality, I know that I'm interesting, and I know that my personality as a curious person makes me the type of human that people enjoy. I know that because I've been taken advantage of because people enjoy me so fucking much. So I'm just a bit more equipped now. But this is me, man. This is what you get. This is the game, baby. I'm here. I'm here for the next 31. I'm here for the 30 after that. I'm here for the 30 after that. I'm here for the 300 after that. I'm here, man. I'm fucking here. I love it. I love it. I'm in that zone. I'm in that zone for real. Shit is cold, cuz. Shit is cold. Cheers to 1 month. Cheers from me. Cheers to y'all. Yes. Motherfucking yes. The worst part now is my outro topic is rest. I need to rest. Which is important. I do need to rest. And I will. And my back is on fire right now. But I'm here. I had a nap earlier. I had to just lay. I just lay sideways. Just my back needed to recover. I laid sideways. I feel better now. I'm going to go lay sideways for a minute, and I'm going to come back down here and kick 29, 30, whoever the fuck is left sitting over there. Smoking all that shit. I'm Terrence Taylor. It's MiSuNDERStoOd too. See what you can do in 31 days. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody tell you shit. 1 month. Dedicate 1 month to something. Anything. You don't come out of it with some energy like this with a fucking momentum and with that juice to make something happen. I don't know what the fuck you doing, because I don't know. But you just watched it. You just watched what a month of dedication could do. How it could change your life. How it could pull you in a fucking unstoppable way. Run along now. Get to it.
My daddy makes out. And his name is Terrence Taylor. And I took those pictures.